Lights, camera, rolling.
My name is Yukta Upadhyay and I belong from the cleanest city of India, Indore.
It's so hard. Can we skip to the good part?
Woman.
Kiss your tears away, banish all your fears, fill the world with joy. I am woman of the earth, spreading love and joy, fun and laughter. Woman of the earth.
Action.
Get it? I have associated myself with a lot of social causes.
Climate change on Earth is real, and according to statistics, around 10% of the global carbon emission is because of the fashion industry.
तो मेरे दिमाग में एक चीज बहुत क्लियर हो गई थी कि इस एग्जाम में जो भी करना है, you have to be yourself and not someone else.
Okay.
In the middle of the interview, I would say कि रूम का टेम्परेचर बहुत ज्यादा ठंडा हो गया था.
Okay.
And उसके कारण मैं थोड़ा like it was cold, I was shivering. So I asked my interviewer if he can increase the temperature of the AC.
Okay.
And this was the environment in the room we should talk about. Then he was like, would you not want to continue in the entertainment industry? I have met few people before going to AFSB were like, ये पहली बार में नहीं होगा. And you know, kind of demotivating me because they were like कि अभी तब जब तू जाएगी तुझे तब पता चलेगा, तब बात करते हैं हम. तो आपको ऐसा लगता है कई बार कि आप फेल हो गए हो, but failures are sometimes kind of a redirection.
Hello friends, welcome to Defence Aspirants and I hope you're doing good. In this interview, we are having Ms. Yukta Upadhyay. She's All India rank 44. She's a model, she's an actor, she's already working in one of the big 4 firms, that is EY, as a technological consultant. And apart from that, it was her first and the only attempt for the SSB and she got recommended from to AFSB Mysore. Let's talk to her and learn from her SSB experience. So let's welcome her, Ms. Yukta Upadhyay. Hi Yukta. Firstly, thank you so much for coming to Defence Aspirants and giving us your precious time.
My pleasure. Thank you for having me here.
I want you to introduce yourself so that the viewers have a basic insight about you.
Hi people, so as you have already introduced my name to the viewers, my name is Yukta Upadhyay and I come from the cleanest city of India, Indore, and I'm currently staying in Mumbai. I work as a technology consultant in one of the big 4 firms called EY, and I also work as a freelance actor and a model. Talking about my education, I have completed an integrated course of BTech and MBA from NMIMS University, which is in Mumbai. And my specialization for BTech was in information technology, and my specialization for my MBA was in finance and business intelligence. And apart from that, I think this is what should tell you a little brief about me.
Wow, knowing you as a person is an amazing thing. You're a very versatile personality, I must say. Yukta, I want to know, you are coming from a middle class family and then establishing yourself in this glamorous world. Like you are into acting and then you are into modeling. and apart from that, you have been into pageants, and you won a lot of titles. How did you manage to do that?
Yes, I do come from a middle class family, but I think that when you have a good intent for things, I think everyone and everything in the universe helps you. So, for answering this question, I'll go a little like 2 years, back. As a kid, I was a very introvert person, but I always had ideas and opinions about a lot of things. And I found that art is a way through which I can express myself to the people around. And also as a kid, I always wanted to serve the society, serve nation and people around. And I've always wanted to find ways and means through which I can do this. And at that time, I kind of got introduced to stage, like when I kind of started expressing myself through my art forms like dancing and writing, and when I expressed all of these things to people around, they appreciated me, and I kind of then got introduced to stage, and later on I realized that stage is one of my favorite ways to be on. And then again, talking about that I always wanted to give back a little to my society. So long back, like let's talk about 2015, 2016. At that time, उस time पर defense services वगैरह लड़कियों के लिए direct entry नहीं होती थी उस time पर. So at that time, I mean, वो जो period होता है ना after your 12th class का result and like 12th class exam and before the 12th exam का result. उस period में I was just searching around what else can I do, because I'll say that I'm an opportunist person.
Okay.
So I like YouTube and on internet I got introduced to AFCAT, and from AFCAT I got redirected to Priyanka Chopra, Sushmita Sen, Nara Datta, and I heard their speeches in which they were talking about beauty pageants and how it gave them a platform. Like I remember even as a kid during my summer vacations, I would give tuition classes to probably kids of my mates or Guard Bhaiya and other people. But yes, so like when I watched the speeches of these people, I kind of got a little motivation, because anyway I love stage and art, so I got a motivation to why not reach out to many number of people if I can get a platform. And I auditioned in Miss Diva auditions in Indore at that time, and without any preparation at that time I got into top 10. Which again boosted my confidence. So I started preparing for other pageants. Okay. And then I was another winner for TPC Miss India. Then I was one of the finalists for Campus Crystal, which is the baby pageant by Miss India organization. Then I was one of the finalists for Miss India Earth Year 2020, and I've won various subtitles. And during this entire process, I worked hard. I worked a lot upon myself, and it helped me to be a person which I am today, like a strong, independent woman who knows what she's doing, and who knows why she is doing whatever she is doing. So that is one thing. Then during my college days, I was part of a modeling agency, and yes, in my college I was used to modeling.
Wow.
So जो मॉडलिंग एजेंसी थी वो उस टाइम पर they used to send us for auditions for television commercials जो advertising हम TV पर देखते हैं. There I realized that apart from stage, I also actually love the camera, and that's how I got introduced to it. Then I started building up contacts with other actors, and I started auditioning more, and that's how I landed into acting. So I don't remember specifically that as a kid I actually took any classes for dancing or acting or any other thing. But now, since I can earn my own money, I have started taking the classes. And even during the entire pageant journey, I did not spend a lot upon training and stuff. I kind of searched on YouTube, or even the training which I got was as a reward or award for winning a beauty pageant. So kind of if you play strategically, I don't think that you come from any background. If you play strategically, and I mean if you know that what you are doing again, then you kind of find ways and meet people on your journey, and that's how everyone grows.
Wow. So Yukta, I want to know, after being working in one of the big four firms, that is EY, and doing a job along with that, following your hobby as acting and modeling, so how Air Force come into your life?
Again, I'll say did not came suddenly out of somewhere. I told you right that after my 12th standard उस time पर defense entries नहीं होती थी लड़कियों के लिए. So at that time, kind of this dream of mine went to backseat, and I explored a lot of other things during my college days, like 5 years का जो duration था college. I explored a lot of things, but कहीं ना कहीं वो एक चीज तो पीछे थी in the back of my mind. So after I got a degree and like I had a degree, उसके बाद से मैंने search किया online कि what all are the entries for women now, because age भी kind of बढ़ रही थी.
बिल्कुल.
So yeah. And then I got to know about this AFCAT entry, and I filled in the form, and that's how it started.
Okay, so Yukta, it was your first and the only attempt, and scoring all India rank 44, it's not easy, it's not a joke. I want to know, how did you manage your job apart from that, following your hobbies and then preparing for AFCAT?
मतलब एक चीज काफी like I'll tell this as a joke maybe, but I'm an engineer.
Okay.
So I mean commonly engineers generally हर चीज का answer उनके पास ये होता है कि I'm an engineer. So I would say that मतलब हर engineer ने during their preparation for getting into a college, उन्होंने JEE का preparation किया होता है, basic aptitude, reasoning, ये सारी चीजों की preparation करी होती है. And मैंने मेरी मतलब I would say that I was not a like 95% above kind of student academically, but I was in an average 80 to 90% के बीच में, 80 to 95% के बीच में रहता ही था मेरा. So I would say that I was quite a studious person apart from having different other interests like hobbies. But मतलब ये प्रिपरेशन की अगर हम बात करें तो ये इट्स नॉट अबाउट कि 1 महीने 2 महीने पहले या 1 साल पहले जो है स्टार्ट से पहले. आई वुड से कि इसका प्रिपरेशन काइंड ऑफ मेरे 8th स्टैंडर्ड से चल रहा था, बिकॉज 8th क्लास में भी मैंने एनटीएससी वगैरह की प्रिपरेशन करी थी. तो सबसे वो बेसिक एप्टीट्यूड मतलब बेसिक जो रहता है ना इन चीजों के लिए, वो सबसे क्लियर कॉन्सेप्ट क्लियर हो चुके थे मेरे ब्रेन में. तो अलग से मैंने इसके लिए एज सच ज्यादा कुछ प्रिपेयर नहीं किया था. Apart from मतलब before going for the exam, of course it's very important to know and understand the pattern of the exam. And I got to know that specifically कोई sectional cutoff नहीं होता है AFCAT में.
बिल्कुल.
So this was a relief for me because I knew that what are my strengths, and I knew that general awareness was kind of my weakness. So I knew that उस weakness को मैं kind of दूसरे sections से I can cover up. So this was one of the things which I had in my mind, and yeah, this is what I did. That right before going to the exam, Aryan का जो book होता है, उसके questions I went through to understand what exactly are the pattern of the exam, and उसमें specifically जो defense services related जो part होता है वो मैंने बहुत अच्छे से I went through that. And I come from like I'm a science student, I'm a management student, so general awareness में kind of तो बेसिक चीजें हैं वो काइंड ऑफ कॉन्सेप्ट क्लियर थे मेरे ब्रेन में, अपार्ट फ्रॉम अ लिटिल एक्स्ट्रा कॉन्सेप्ट या फिर एकदम इवेंट्स की बात करें तो या आई थिंक दैट इट वर्क्स फॉर मी.
Okay, so Yukta, I want to know how many questions you attempted when you went for AFCAT exam, and what, since it was your first attempt, I want to know if a person going for his or her first attempt, what strategy should be kept in mind and how to utilize that those 2 hours particularly, and how to prepare for written examination. Any suggestions?
Okay. Talking about the number of questions I attempted, I don't remember it as such specifically.
Okay.
But I remember that after the exam, when I like during the exam also I was thinking कि कितना बन जाएगा, because exam के पहले like हम and I don't know about the defense aspirants specifically, but जो मतलब talking about us engineers, हम पहले कट ऑफ देख के जाते हैं कि कितना कट ऑफ रहता है. कट ऑफ उस टाइम पर आई सॉ कि लास्ट ईयर से 150 इस टाइप का कुछ कट ऑफ था. तो मेरा पूरा पेपर एक बार का जितना जितना मुझसे बन रहा है वो सब करने के बाद मैंने देखा कि कितना अटेम्प्ट हो चुका है, कितने मार्क्स का. तो अराउंड 230 मार्क्स का मैंने अटेम्प्ट किया था. मतलब 230 मार्क्स मेरे को आते हैं ऐसा कुछ अटेम्प्ट किया मैंने रफली अराउंड, लाइक आई डोंट रिमेंबर द स्पेसिफिक डेट. एंड उसके बाद
Which section did you perform? Like पहले रीजनिंग किया, पहले इंग्लिश किया, जिससे आपका पूरा टाइम सेव हुआ उन 2 घंटों में?
तो सबसे पहले जो मैंने सेक्शन किया वो इंग्लिश, मतलब वर्बल रीजनिंग वाला किया था मैंने, बिकॉज उसमें थोड़ा सा पढ़ना ज्यादा रहता है, थोड़े टेक्स्ट ज्यादा रहते हैं, तो वो थोड़ा टाइम कंज्यूमिंग रहता है. नाउ इट डिपेंड्स फ्रॉम पर्सन टू पर्सन के लिए क्या बेटर रहेगा. मुझे पता था कि मेरा मैथमेटिक्स वाला जो सेक्शन है, जो रीजनिंग वाला जो सेक्शन है, वो मुझसे जल्दी बन जाएगा, बिकॉज मतलब उतना कॉन्फिडेंस था मुझे कि इतना बन जाएगा मुझे, बिकॉज अगर मैं नहीं करूंगी लाइक बीइंग एन इंजीनियर, इफ आई डोंट परफॉर्म वेल इन दोस सेक्शंस, देन कौन करेगा? तो इंग्लिश में थोड़ा टाइम लगता लाइक कंपेयर टू ऑल दीस थ्री. जनरल अवेयरनेस मैंने लास्ट के लिए रखा था, बिकॉज आई न्यू कि मेरा वीक पॉइंट जनरल अवेयरनेस था आउट ऑफ दीस 4, तो मैंने उसको लास्ट के लिए रखा था. एंड सबसे पहले मैंने इंग्लिश वाले जो हैवी क्वेश्चंस, लास्ट टेक्स्ट एंड स्टफ थे, वो फिनिश करे. उसके बाद फिर आई वेंट टू एनालिटिकल रीजनिंग वाला जो पार्ट होता है, रीजनिंग में मैं गई, एंड देन उसके बाद मैथमेटिक्स, एंड देन लास्ट में जनरल अवेयरनेस. नाउ टॉकिंग अबाउट दी 3 सेक्शन, उसमें मुझसे जो भी चीजें पहली बार में बनती गई क्वेश्चन, आई अटेम्प्टेड ओनली दोस. उसके बाद व्हेन इट कम्स टू जनरल अवेयरनेस से भी जो पहले बन गया मुझसे वो ठीक है. देन आफ्टर द एंटायर ऑल द क्वेश्चंस वर अटेम्प्टेड, मतलब जितना मुझे आता था उतना जब अटेम्प्ट हो गया था, आई रीविजिटेड. आई न्यू अगेन कि जीए में दिमाग लगाने से मतलब नहीं, क्योंकि वो फैक्ट अगर आना होता तो एक बार में आ जाता. बिल्कुल. प्रोवाइडेड की 4 ऑप्शन आपके सामने लिखे हुए हैं. So I went back to the mathematical and reasoning part की ऐसे जो questions छूटे हुए हैं, if I can do it again. And while going through the paper, एक ही समझ आता था कि यार ये क्वेश्चन तो बनने ही नहीं वाले, ये क्वेश्चन बनने ही नहीं वाले, बहुत बियॉन्ड द लिमिट हो जाएगा, ये बस टाइम कंज्यूम करवाने के लिए क्वेश्चन दिया हुआ है, आपका टाइम वेस्ट हो. तो वो क्वेश्चन आइडेंटिफाई करना इज वेरी इंपॉर्टेंट. उसको मैंने मतलब पढ़ते थे समझ आ जाती है वो चीजें, उसको एकदम सबसे आखिरी में करने के लिए छोड़ ही दिया था मैंने. बाकी मतलब उसके बाद तो रीजनिंग एंड मैथमेटिक्स के क्वेश्चन ऑलमोस्ट अटेम्प्ट करके, एंड जीए में फिर मैंने थोड़े से तुक्के मारे जो मैंने गलती करी, एंड आई वुड से कि मतलब नेगेटिव मार्किंग है तो वो नहीं करना चाहिए, बट या दिस इज व्हाट आई डिड.
Okay, so now Yukta, let's move to your SSB part. You got selected from to AFSB Mysore, and I want to know how did you prepare for your screening part, especially that consists of OIR and PPDT, and how was your participation in that the screening day?
Okay, so again, मतलब see, I am probably reiterating it कि first attempt, but वो मेरे बोलने में आ रहा है बार-बार. It was my first attempt, so मतलब I was kind of a little tense, but I also wanted to understand what is exactly what these people are looking for in the candidates. Secondly, actual pattern क्या होता है? मतलब even if OIR का या फिर पूरी SSB में like during the 5 days का process जो होता है, what exactly how things work, what is the sequence, and what exactly are they looking for? ये चीज मेरे दिमाग में I wanted it very clearly कि मतलब where I'm going to. That question was important. So I kind of searched on internet. I asked a senior of mine who is already serving in Indian Air Force. Okay. So kind of मुझे एक rough idea मिल गया था कि what they are looking for. And the senior of mine only told me कि मतलब she has been with me, like she's a school senior, so she has been with me all this while. And she told me कि you just be yourself, बाकी तेरा निकल जाएगा क्योंकि your personality is good enough. Okay. And plus मैंने और भी like when I went through a lot of articles over internet and कुछ coaching वालों से मतलब I was like if I should join or not, तो उनसे भी थोड़े process वगैरह जो वो नहीं होता है starting में briefing sessions में समझने के लिए, तो they all told me, मतलब वो सब सुन के मुझे एक ही समझ आया कि what they are looking for or what they are checking or testing is what is the personality, overall personality of a candidate. तो मेरे दिमाग में एक चीज बहुत क्लियर हो गई थी कि इस एग्जाम में जो भी करना है you have to be yourself and not someone else.
Okay. So how was your participation when you was there for screening process? How did you make sure your mindset is up to that level, like you have to perform like that?
Yes. So I mean, before entering in, I did not went through a lot of stories which were given in the book or on the internet. थोड़ी understanding के लिए I went through few stories, but ऐसा नहीं कि रोज एक स्टोरी लेकर बैठती हूँ मैं, ऐसा नहीं किया मैंने, बिकॉज आई नो कि मेरा ब्रेन किस तरह फंक्शन करता है। एंड आई ऑल्सो न्यू कि अगर मैं बहुत ज्यादा स्टोरीज बनाने लगी तो वैसा कुछ सिमिलर दिखेगा अगर, तो मेरा दिमाग ऑटोमेटिकली जो मैं ऑलरेडी बना चुकी हूँ स्टोरी
वही बनेगा,
वही करेगा। एंड कमिंग फ्रॉम एन, मतलब आई हैव बीन काइंड ऑफ एन आर्टिस्टिक पर्सन एवर सिंस माय चाइल्डहुड, जैसे कि मैंने बोला। तो आई वाज नॉट वरीड अबाउट कि मेरे दिमाग में आइडियाज कहाँ से आएंगे। आई वाज जस्ट लाइक कि मेरे दिमाग में उस टाइम पर जैसे मैं हूँ और जैसा मैं चीजों को देखती हूँ वैसे ही मैं रख पाऊँ उसको। तो the most important thing for me was focus at that time. Focus and not getting overwhelmed by other people. And that was the only thing on which I was focusing on or targeting on at that time. So, मतलब it is very important to be cautious about the time जितना आपको देते हैं, जितने टाइम आपको स्टोरी लिखनी रहती है. It's very important to be very wary about that time limit. But at the same time, it is important to be yourself. And in the PPDD process, मुझे मतलब हमारे बैच में एक पिक्चर आया था जिसमें there were two people holding an injured man, and those two people had hard hats on their head. So उससे I mean at that time, like I come from Mumbai, उस time पर the Mumbai का situation was a little unstable politically. तो मैंने उससे मतलब इस current situation से relate करके एक story बनाई थी. And while narrating the story, I again knew my weakness कि मैं शायद थोड़ा fast बोल सकती हूँ क्योंकि मुझे ये एक डर रहेगा कि टाइम के अंदर पूरी स्टोरी बोलनी है। तो I ensured कि मैं भले मुझे नरेटर मतलब the jury stop कर दे, but I will have to speak इस तरीके से कि उसको समझ आए कि मैं बोल क्या रही हूँ। Because it was very important. So मतलब everyone knows their weakness points, so उनके ऊपर focus करना is very important, as I would say, and that's what I did and it helped me. And talking about जो OIR का test होता है, again मतलब honestly I was not very scared about it because मेरा analytical part is quite strong. Again, like that's a self-evaluation. I was not very scared about it. मैंने before entering the SSB rather I would say कि एक दो OIR के मतलब कुछ बुकलेट ग्रुप्स वगैरह पर आई थी इधर तो मैंने प्रैक्टिस कर लिया. ओके. बट इफ someone is कि हाँ उसको थोड़ा सा if they know कि their analytical or reasoning part is not that great, so they should definitely work on it because one thing I understood कि जो एक बुकलेट मैंने before entering the SSB जो ग्रुप पे आई थी वो सेम बुकलेट मेरी SSB में आया था. So it's great if they can people can go through it once beforehand.
Okay, so if I talk about your SSB, I want to know which one was your favorite. Like if I talk about the ground task GTO or a written test psychology or the interview, which one was your favorite and which one you find a bit challenging one?
I mean, I thoroughly enjoyed all the 5 days. I really enjoyed all 3 processes. Because GTO mein, like I am kind of an athlete by heart, so I enjoyed it a lot. Then interview mein, it was kind of exchanging thoughts and conversation. So again, that is also something which I enjoyed. Psychology mein alag challenge tha, alag fun tha that you have to write things within the time constant and express yourself with the way you are. But again, if I have to show a little biasness, I'll go with the GTO task because again, I'm athlete by heart. तो उसमें बहुत मजा आया था मुझे क्योंकि ग्राउंड था तो बहुत सारी चीजें थी, दिमाग भी लगाना था, फिजिकल स्ट्रेंथ भी थी एंड लाइक इट वाज टोटल 360 डिग्री काइंड ऑफ इवैल्यूएशन. सो आई थॉरोली एंजॉयड दिस GTO. चैलेंजिंग मुझे GTO में जो ग्रुप प्लानिंग एक्सरसाइज है वो थोड़ा चैलेंजिंग लगा था. एंड आई वाज अ लिटिल स्कैर्ड अबाउट माय जनरल अवेयरनेस पार्ट फॉर द इंटरव्यू. बट इट वेंट फाइन, आई वुड से, नॉट दैट बैड. So yeah, these were little challenging parts.
Okay, so Yukta, now let's talk about your interview. I want to know how was the environment in the interviewing office, and what kind of questions did the interviewing office ask you? I want to know a bit about that.
Okay, so talking about my interview, I thoroughly enjoyed it. I would say, as soon as I entered the room, I mean the interviewer tried to make me feel comfortable. He asked me for my introduction and that is how the entire interview process began. In the middle of the interview, I would say कि room का temperature बहुत ज़्यादा ठंडा हो गया था
Okay.
And उसके कारण मैं like it was cold, so I was shivering. So I asked my interviewer if he can increase the temperature of the AC.
Okay.
And this was the environment in the room which we talk about. But apart from that, it was a friendly environment.
Okay.
And yeah, it went well.
So what kind of questions did he ask you apart from like journal questions? Anything interesting happened during your interview?
General questions, so जो base हमारे पास question, on the basis of whatever I was responding, he was asking a lot of questions, like clashes with other co-actors in my vanity.
Okay.
He was asking about that. Then he was asking about मतलब my cinema choices, like what are good cinemas, bad cinema, ये चीजें इसके ऊपर discussion हुआ था. Then he was like, would you not want to continue in the entertainment industry? This was one of the important questions for me, I would say. And apart from that, daily schedule and stuff. In the end, he also asked me about general awareness, like where we have listened about the Indian airforce in news recently. Then some areas between India and China border which are on a conflict, and questions like this. So yeah.
So Yukta, the 5-day interview is very hectic. It creates a mental, you feel very nervous during those 5 days. And this is the mistake which most of the candidates commit when they go, and some of them got screened out and then there is a further selection. So how did you manage your calmness during those 5 days?
I mean, it did not come up with preparation of few days, I would say. I would say that my experience from beauty pageants, my experience from my MBA preparation and the entire education which I've completed, my experience from the corporate dealing with clients and people on everyday basis helped me, do this. And I would say that before, when I was preparing for SSB, I got to know that they are looking for my personality, and as I mentioned, I wanted to be very honest about my personality. Because I knew that मैं इंडियन एयरफोर्स के लिए परफेक्ट और सूटेबल कैंडिडेट हूँ या नहीं, ये डिसाइड करने का काम उनका है.
बिल्कुल.
So I didn't wanted to छोटे मोटे tweaks and enhancement in my personality are fine and good thing to do, but appearing or pretending to be someone else altogether was something which I have never done, and I would have never wanted to do even in this interview or 5-day process. Because I can fake to be someone else for, let's say, 2 years, 3 years, 5 years, but what after that? And happiness, like self-happiness and satisfaction is one of the things which I dearly crave for. So, ये वाला जो चीज़ है ना कि I want to look or I want to pretend to be good enough for this thing. ये वाली चीज़ मेरे दिमाग से मैंने हटा दी थी. I was like, it's their job to do, and I leave it to them. My only work is that whatever kind of person I am, I have to just display it well to the evaluator, so that उनको पता चले कि मैं क्या हूँ, what is my personality, and that is what I did. And doing this thing, how it helped me was मेरे दिमाग से वो एक डर जो रहता है ना, वो गायब हो गया था. So I was like, I am here to enjoy thoroughly. I am here to learn new things. And second important thing was, as someone who is going there for the first attempt, काफी सारी चीजें दिमाग में आती है कि क्या करना है, क्या नहीं करना है. हाँ, exactly. So one thing I was pretty sure that I follow every instruction which is being given to me.
Okay.
And for that it is important to listen to the instructions and know what are other things to be followed. So जो call letter पे जो basic instructions या guidelines आती है, I went through all thoroughly. I ensured कि मैं उसमें से कुछ भी चीज मतलब I don't do reverse of whatever is mentioned in it, and I try to follow everything. Even when I entered into AFSB, वहाँ पर भी जो instructions दिए गए थे, आपको क्या पहनना है, कैसे पहनना है, कब कहाँ जाना है, कितनी बजे रिपोर्ट करना है, I followed it thoroughly because that is the least thing a candidate can do. Secondly, एक nervousness इसलिए भी आ जाती है because जो repeaters होते हैं, मतलब as someone who is appearing for the first time, even inside the SSB and outside the SSB, the more you interact with the repeaters, if you know that okay, someone is very friendly, like someone is helping you out as a friend, unless you are very sure of it, I would say that it's not very important to do that. I have met few people before going to AFSB who were like, पहली बार में नहीं होगा, and kind of demotivating me because they were like कि अभी तब जब तू जाएगी तुझे तब पता चलेगा, तब बात करते हैं हम. So, kind of it's important to maintain your calm and know that कि किसकी बात आपको सुननी है, किससे क्या चीज आप ले रहे हो. Like whatever the things which you keep with yourself. सुनने को तो सबकी सुनो, but what is important for you to take up with yourself is a very important thing to know. And just be yourself. When you are yourself and when you know that you are not doing anything wrong, you are following every rule and guideline, there is nothing to be scared of. So this is what has helped me to maintain my calm.
Your experience helped you a lot maintaining your calmness. If somebody is going for the very first time and having a very least experience of or exposure of so many things, so what do you want to say to that person if that person is watching this video?
I would say, like, I would answer to this question from experience of whatever things I do. Whenever you are entering into something, it's very important to, do a SWOT analysis of yourself. For someone who doesn't know this, SWOT का full form होता है strength, weakness, opportunity, threat. Opportunities and threats को अगर हम साइड में अभी थोड़ी देर के लिए रखते भी हैं, तो it's very important for you to understand your strengths and weaknesses.
Okay.
And आपकी जो strength है, once you realize that these are your strengths, work on it more. Work on it more as in you should know that when you should display it. हमेशा नहीं display करना है उसको, but you should know कि कौन से moment पे you can display your strengths. And when you know your weakness, you know that what are all the aspects on which you have to work upon. And if you really want something, then it's like ऐसी कोई भी चीज है जिसके ऊपर आप work upon नहीं कर सकते. Because I'm saying this because I was someone who would cry when someone would ask me my name as a kid, and today I am like whatever I am. So ऐसी कोई भी चीज नहीं है जिसके ऊपर you cannot work upon. So know your weakness and work on it. Like I knew that my weakness is general awareness, but I knew कि sexual cutoff नहीं है, तो उसके ऊपर like it will not have much impact. In the interview process I knew कि उसका impact काफी ज़्यादा रहेगा. So I did a lot of मतलब मैंने उसके ऊपर काफी ज़्यादा काम किया था. अगर नहीं करती तो शायद मैं basics भी नहीं बता पाती. So and apart from that, like I knew that my communication skills are strong. I knew that my mathematical and analytical skills are strong. I knew that I have physical strength in GTO. Okay. So मतलब whatever are your strengths, उसके बाद तो उसको strategize करो whatever you मतलब जिस तरीके से आपको you have to get into it. जैसे कि if GTO में जो हमारे individual obstacles होते हैं, उसमें I knew that I do aerial skills. So I knew that I can climb up the rope very easily. And उसका 10 score होता है. So I did that as the first task and I planned my task accordingly. So that is very important to know yourself first. कि आप किसी की भी बात सुन सकते हो, but those are the things that have worked for them. There's no guarantee that this will work for you. And apart from that, again, अगर हम opportunities और threats की बात करें, तो know that what all are the opportunities जहाँ पर आप अपने आप को display कर सकते हो. And threats again इस केस में मैं बोलूँगी कि repeaters अगर आपको मोटिवेट नहीं कर पा रहे हैं, आपको डिमोटिवेट कर रहे हैं, तो don't take it with you. Just be yourself and go. And one more thing I would like to mention, like before entering in, जो OLQs थे वो उनको I went through. And I try to identify the qualities in my not qualities exactly. I try to find out the incidents in my life जहाँ पे मैंने वो qualities display करी थी. So for every OLQ, I had like 3 to 5 kind of situations in my life where I have displayed it, which helped me in my story writing, which helped me in my interview, and which also helped me to boost up my confidence. This is one more thing I can give as a suggestion to everyone. That is a very helpful activity. If you want to perform, you can do this.
So okay, Yukta, the psychological part is very, there are time constraints if I talk about psychological test. So a lot of candidates feel a barrier, to utilize that time very appropriately and to write the stories in a given period of time. So can you give some suggestions so that will be very helpful if they are preparing for their psychological?
psychological part के लिए I would just say, I mean, you all know that this was my first attempt, so probably you are better. If you know, you guys have appeared for, like I'm saying this to the viewers, you have already appeared for more than twice or thrice, then you guys know better. But what works best according to me is that you should have a good, writing speed.
Okay.
And जनरली आई थिंक मैंने अपने साथ में जो अदर कैंडिडेट्स थे मैंने एक चीज देखी कि वो लोग राइटिंग स्पीड के चक्कर में दे ट्राई टू सी स्टोरीज एंड स्टोरी राइटिंग की प्रैक्टिस करते इन द गिवन पीरियड ऑफ टाइम. वन थिंग आई वुड से कि स्टोरी राइटिंग लिखने की जगह राइट एनीथिंग एल्स, write some random newspaper article, write some random views, how we are feeling today in a given period of time rather than seeing a picture and writing stories on it. Because again, as I said, कि अगर वैसा कुछ similar picture आता है तो आप सोचने की जगह you kind of try to pick up things from your memories.
Okay.
So this is one thing I would suggest. And apart from that, reading is a very good habit, and taking motivation for things from your day-to-day life activity is also very helpful when you are writing these stories. Because मैंने मेरी मतलब मैक्सिमम जितनी भी स्टोरीज थी उसमें से ऑलमोस्ट एवरीथिंग आई टुक इट फ्रॉम माय लाइक द इंस्पिरेशन वाज टेकन फ्रॉम माय लाइफ, like from my mother, from whatever things I did in my life, from whatever was in my brain after my 12th standard, from how I used to feel when my friends used to talk to me, and how I kind of overcome this. उस टाइप से मैंने स्टोरी राइटिंग में वो किया था, like inspiration लिया था स्टोरीज का. Then talking about sentences, it's very important. मतलब it's important to know the meaning of the words. तो अगर आपको लगता है कि आपका vocabulary थोड़ा weak है, वो आपकी weakness है, तो फिर you should kind of try to improve on your vocabulary by not seeing the statements का मतलब statements against those words, but knowing the meaning of those words. फिर उसके बाद you try to form up statements on yourself, because कई बार ऐसा होता है कि दो words kind of mean similar but they can give a different cue for psychological test evaluator. So वो इस चीज़ से बोलूँगी कि at the moment present रहना is very important. Whatever comes to your brain, seeing that word is very important, and it should not come from your memory. It should come from the moment.
Okay.
और situations वाली जो questions थे उसमें मतलब it's important कि आप कई बार situations clear नहीं होती है, मतलब we don't know that what was before that situation, what was after that situation. तो कई बार हमारे दिमाग में दो ऑप्शन आते हैं कि
ये करें.
So it's better to decide upon one thing and mention it there in the sheet, because if you give two options it kind of displays that you are indecisive in making movie. So it's good to do that. And in my situation reaction test, I kind of used a lot of everyday technologies which we.
Can you give any example that you have mentioned in there? Any kind of SRT, yeah. Please mention.
Sure. I use UTS app. जो railways का app होता है. I used railway helpline number.
Okay.
I used मतलब जो पिकअप सर्विसेज रहती है सर्विसिंग के लिए. Then I use Google Maps. I use a lot of everyday technology in my situation reaction test.
Okay.
So I think that shows that you are very updated.
So Yukta, I get to know that you are connected with a lot of NGOs and social service group. So could you tell me something about that how you came across these NGO things?
Thank you so much for asking this question, first of all.
Okay.
And because to this, I can kind of promote the NGOs and other things which I work with. So I'll not talk about what all things I do. I'll just talk about the organizations which I have associated with.
Okay.
So during my college days, I was one of the members of this social service organization called Each One Save One.
Okay.
Which kind of helps the people who are challenged with some physical senses like hearing ability, speaking ability.
Okay.
This organization, kind of supports such people, and they have an Instagram page available, and they have other Facebook page and other. They are on a lot of platforms. So I was associated with this social service forum. Then apart from that, at my organization right now, there is this. In my organization, they have this CSR group called Disha, and I kind of teach or mentor like one or two kids from the underprivileged background to help them with boosting up their confidence, giving them career guidance and all such stuff. And apart from that, I mean, I've been associated with a lot of other things as well. Like during my beauty pageant days, I took up an initiative for promoting awareness regarding, the sustainable fashion habits and how much pollution this fashion industry actually creates. So yeah, these are the few things which I've targeted upon during my school days. I held my school to be polythene-free zone, and I mean, I generally love doing all these things. So yeah, these are the things which I've been associated with, and I would actually want to talk about each one, saying that if your viewers or you are kind of interested in helping those kids, you can reach out to me, or you can type on Instagram each_1_save_1, and you can reach out to them anytime.
I must say you are doing an absolutely wonderful job in terms of helping those who are in need. And Yukta, you have also done an NCC. You're being an NCC cadet. Did NCC help you during your SSB?
I would say that the very basic foundation which I got during my early days, like it actually helped me because I had discipline. I kind of had an idea that how things actually work. Because being a civilian, we take things very casually, I would say. But being a part of NCC, I kind of have a sense of discipline, a sense of unity, a sense of a feeling of serving to my nation. So that is something which was implanted in me, not implanted exactly, which was enhanced in me by my association with NCC, and yeah, it did help me.
So at times we do a lot of things and we fail, and then we lose our motivation to go for the same thing again. What motivates you to do a lot of things in life?
If I start talking about my failures, a lot. Because I think that अगर आप start ही नहीं करोगे, अगर आप fail नहीं होगे, तो आपको motivation कहाँ से आएगा कि आप इस चीज को शिद्दत से चाहो वापस से. So I think failures, not things, मतलब ये चीज हमने बचपन से सुनी है कि failures are the stepping stones, and I strongly believe in it because आप भले एक चीज में result wise अगर आप देखो तो आपको ऐसा लगता है कि मैं fail हो गई. जैसे कि मैंने अभी तक I did not win Miss India as such. I just won few subtitles. I did not win the main crown or main title. But the process transformed me to a person which I am today. And उसके कारण मतलब I got my job very easily because मतलब interview process was very easy for me because मैंने Miss India के लिए इतनी ज़्यादा preparation करी थी. Then आपको ऐसा लगता है कई बार कि आप fail हो गए हो, but failures are sometimes kind of a redirection और कहीं ना कहीं आप जिस चीज के लिए काम करते हो या मेहनत करते हो वो कहीं ना कहीं आपको जिंदगी में किस तरीके से इस्तेमाल होगी वो नहीं पता, बट you get chances to use those skills. So just keep working and don't lose your heart. होता है एक बार में हर चीज नहीं मिलती है. Just keep working, कभी ना कभी मिल जाएगी. That's what I think.
Okay, so Yukta, a lot of candidates are watching a video and they might be going for their first SSB. And when you go for your first SSB, there are a lot of stress and anxiety, what things going to happen, how we have to do. You are not familiar with the process actually. So if somebody is watching a video who is a fresher, what message you will like to give to that person?
Thinking about that time when I was going through the SSB, I actually had a lot of questions in my mind. I would just say that interact with a lot of people, but know that what are the things that you have to take with yourself and what are the things that you have to leave on the ground. On the ground as in, जो हमें अपने साथ नहीं रखना है. Because as a fresher, it's very important to talk to a lot of people who are in the same, who are actually working on it. And as I said, कि repeaters से काफी insights हमें मिलते हैं, but काफी demotivation भी मिलता है, डर फील में आता है, तो वो सब चीजें हटा दो, because everyone is different and you have prepared for your SSB and not their SSB. Like they don't know anything about your preparation, anything about what kind of person you are. So just be confident about your preparation, because आपने अगर preparation की है और अगर आप उस चीज के ऊपर confident नहीं हो, then what are you preparing?
Exactly.
No, and it's very important to know the process. Process अगर आपको पता है, then you should have a clear strategy कि हाँ मेरी strength ये है, मैं ये कर लूँगी, ये मेरी weakness है, तो इसके ऊपर मुझे काम करना है. Start working on those.
Okay.
And fourth thing I would say is वो OLQs वाला जो चीज था.
I want to know one thing. Yukta, what do you understand by these officers like quality? Because there are certain one, how to analyze those quality in respect of your personality. So how did you introspect with those OLQs?
Okay, so talking about OLQs, सबसे पहले तो मतलब मेरे लिए तो OLQs भी न्यू ही थे. मैंने एक ग्राफ बनाया था, like I created a table kind of structure. I wrote 4 basic OLQs क्या है, उसके सब categories जो है. And after that, उसके बाद I tried to introspect in my life कि मैंने बचपन से लेकर आज तक क्या किया है. I took one quality, जैसे कि effective intelligence हो गया. Now I tried to find out things in my life. मतलब पहले तो उसका meaning identify करना is very important. After you identify the meaning of that OLQ, I try to people in my life मैंने कब ये use किया है. क्योंकि अगर effective intelligence की बात करें तो I kind of remember कि बचपन में जब मैं when I went to my school picnic, तब वहाँ पर on the way like there was a washroom जहाँ पर बस को रोका था because one of the person could not wanted to use the washroom. Okay. So वहाँ पर the washroom was all बहुत सारे webs and जाले and everything was there. So basically no one was just going in and using the washroom. And I went and I was like, why is no one going inside? And I simply took a leaf which was past my resume area and I kind of cleaned the web so that people can use it and even I can use it. Exactly. So this was one very basic incident from my life. अगर हम जैसे बात करें अब reasoning ability, so I work as a technology consultant and मेरी everyday day-to-day practice में if I have to go to a client place, evaluate their current technical systems and kind of give them a solution architecture for the system, so kind of effective intelligence या फिर reasoning ability आ ही जाती है. बिल्कुल. तो ऐसे incidents from your life भले ही कितने पुराने हो या latest हो या फिर कहीं मतलब कैसे भी आपको मिलता है, तो वो हर क्वालिटी के अगेंस्ट मैंने 3-4 ऐसे scenarios लिख लिए थे. Wow. So this is what I did.
Wow, Yukta, talking to you today just made my day actually, and I hope this interview is going to help a lot of candidates who are preparing for SSB and they are feeling nervous to go for their first attempt, and also the candidates who have already went to the SSB and they feel like things are a bit more impossible, but you made it in your very first and the only attempt. Hats off to you. Thank you so much for your time and I wish you good fortune. Thanks for giving your time to Defence Roger.
Hey, thank you so much, Sheetal. First of all, for having me here, despite of being with my first attempt. Secondly, for starting up with this channel, Defence Roger. I've gone through your videos, and I must say that's amazing. I mean, if I got to know about any channel like this before I attempted my first attempt, that would have definitely helped me a lot. So you are actually helping a lot of dreams, and that's really commendable. Thank you so much.
Thanks for watching Defence Roger. Follow for more content and let us know in the comment section below if you have any doubts. Keep watching Defence Roger. Jai Hind.